Have you ever noticed your dog doing something super weird, but also kind of adorable? Like following you into the bathroom, or bringing you their favorite toy even when you didn't ask for it? Well, guess what? That's not random at all. Dogs actually do some very special things only for their favorite person. And if your dog does even half of these things, congratulations. You're officially their number one human. So, grab a snack, cuddle up with your furry friend, and let's get into the amazing, heart-melting things dogs only do for their favorite person. Let's start with the obvious one. They follow you everywhere, and I mean everywhere. To the kitchen, the bedroom, even the bathroom. It's like having a fluffy little shadow that never clocks out. But this isn't just clinginess. Your dog following you around is their way of saying, "You're my person. Wherever you go, I go." It's loyalty in motion. In dog language, being close to you gives them comfort and safety. You're their pack leader, their best friend, and their safe place all rolled into one. But here's something you might not know. Dogs don't follow everyone like that. If they trail behind you from room to room, it's because they trust you the most. They want to be part of whatever you're doing, even if it's just watching you do laundry or scroll on your phone. It's their quiet way of saying, "I love you, and I want to be where you are." Now, here's another adorable thing. Your dog makes eye contact with you. A lot. You might think your dog is just staring at you for fun, but actually that gaze means something special. When a dog locks eyes with you, they're releasing oxytocin, the same hormone that helps humans bond with their loved ones. Crazy, right? It's literally the love hormone. That's why when you're having a bad day and your dog just looks at you with those big, soft eyes, it feels like they understand everything. In a way, they actually do. Dogs reserve that kind of eye contact for the people they trust most. So if your dog stares at you like you're their whole world, well, you kind of are. Now let's talk about one of the funniest and sweetest behaviors. They bring you their favorite toy. This might seem like your dog is just trying to play fetch, but there's more to it. Think about it. That toy is their treasure. It's the thing they protect, chew on, and sometimes even sleep with. When they bring it to you, it's their way of saying, "This is my favorite thing, and I want you to have it." In dog language, that's one of the biggest compliments ever. It's like if someone gave you their favorite hoodie or their last slice of pizza. It means you're special. And yes, sometimes they might expect you to throw it, but more often than not, it's just their way of sharing love. Now let's talk about something that really shows the depth of your bond. How your dog greets you when you come home. You know that moment. You walk through the door and it's like a mini party breaks out. The tail starts wagging like a helicopter. They jump around like they've just won the lottery, and sometimes they even make those happy little whines. That's not just excitement. That's love exploding out of them. Dogs can sense time in their own way, and when you're gone, even for an hour, it feels like forever to them. When you come back, they're genuinely overjoyed. But here's the catch. They don't do that for everyone. Some people in the house might get a polite tail wag, but you get the full red carpet treatment. Why? Because you're their favorite person. You're the one who makes them feel happiest, safest, and most loved. Another sweet sign? They sleep near you. Or better yet, on you. Dogs are pack animals by nature. In the wild, they'd sleep close to the other members of their pack to feel protected. When your dog curls up at your feet, on your bed, or even rests their head on your lap, that's their way of saying, "You're part of my pack." And if your dog insists on sleeping pressed up against you, congratulations. That's the ultimate sign of trust. They're at their most vulnerable when they sleep, so choosing to snooze beside you means they feel 100% safe. That's a big deal in dog world. Now, here's one you might not have noticed. They check on you. Constantly. Ever catch your dog glancing over at you while they're playing or just chilling across the room? That's called a check-in. It's their way of making sure you're okay. It's like their internal radar. Even when they're busy sniffing something interesting, they'll take a second to look back at you, just to make sure you're still there. This behavior comes from their natural instinct to look after the leader of the pack, which in this case is you. So, if your dog keeps tabs on you like a little bodyguard, it means they care deeply about your presence and your well-being. Now, let's talk about something hilarious. They get jealous. Yep. Dogs can feel jealousy, especially when their favorite person gives attention to someone else. You've probably seen it. You're petting another dog, and your pup suddenly tries to wedge themselves between you two. Or maybe they start barking or pawing at you like, "Hey, remember me?" That's not just them wanting pets. That's them saying, "Excuse me, that's my human." It's not possessiveness in a bad way. It's more like they love you so much they don't want to share your affection. Dogs are emotional creatures, and jealousy is just another sign of how deeply they've bonded with you. And here's something that might surprise you. Your dog can sense your emotions better than most people can. If you've ever cried and your dog came over to nuzzle you or put their head on your lap, that's no coincidence. Dogs are emotional mirrors. They can read your body language, your tone, even your heartbeat. Studies have shown that dogs can actually detect when you're sad, stressed, or scared, and they'll often change their behavior to comfort you. So when you're down and your dog refuses to leave your side, that's their way of saying, "I've got you. You're not alone." And they mean it. Another thing dogs do for their favorite person is lean on them. Literally. If your dog ever comes up to you and presses their body weight against your leg, that's affection. It's their version of a hug. Dogs lean on people when they feel safe, comfortable, and loved. It's a trust gesture. They're saying, "I feel secure with you, so I'm just going to stay right here." And honestly, it's one of the sweetest things they can do. Even big dogs, like golden retrievers or labs, will do this, which makes it even cuter and a little harder to stand, but hey, worth it. Now let's talk about one of the funniest yet most telling signs. They show you their belly. When a dog rolls onto their back and exposes their tummy, that's a big deal. In the animal world, that position is totally vulnerable. So when they do it in front of you, it means they completely trust you. And if they love belly rubs from you but not from other people, that's an even bigger sign that you're their favorite. But it's not just about affection, it's also about protection. Dogs have this amazing instinct to guard the ones they love. If your dog positions themselves between you and a stranger, or if they bark when someone approaches your door, they're not just being loud, they're protecting their favorite human. They see you as their family, their pack, and their responsibility. Even small dogs have that instinct. You might laugh when your tiny chihuahua tries to defend you from the mailman, but in their mind, they're doing their job, keeping you safe. And let's not forget about the subtle things, like how they respond to your voice. If your dog perks up the moment you say their name, even from across the house, that's because they're tuned into you. They've learned your tone, your laughter, and even your footsteps. They might ignore other people calling them, but the second you speak, it's game over. You've got their full attention. They even memorize your scent. Yep. Dogs have insanely powerful noses, and your smell is like a signature to them. That's why they love sniffing your clothes or laying on your bed when you're gone. It comforts them, like having a piece of you nearby. Now let's talk about something that really shows emotional intelligence. They match your energy. Ever notice how your dog becomes super chill when you're relaxing, but suddenly turns into a ball of excitement when you're happy or playful? That's not coincidence. That's empathy. Dogs are like emotional mirrors. When they sense you're calm, they'll quietly curl up next to you, almost like they're meditating with you. But the moment you start smiling, laughing, or getting active, they pick up on that vibe instantly. They'll wag their tail, run around and join the fun, because your happiness literally makes them happy. If you're stressed, they might lower their energy, stay close, and act gentle. They feel your emotions and respond accordingly. That kind of emotional connection doesn't happen with everyone. It only happens with the person they're truly bonded to. Next up, they listen to you. Even when you're not talking directly to them, you might be chatting with someone else, or even just thinking out loud, and your dog tilts their head or perks up their ears. That little head tilt? It's their way of saying, "I'm trying to understand what you're saying." Dogs are masters at picking up patterns in your tone and body language. Over time, they start to recognize the difference between your happy voice, your serious voice, and your something's wrong voice. And when they truly love you, they pay attention to every little cue, because your emotions matter to them. Some dogs even learn to recognize your routines and anticipate what's coming next. Like when you grab your keys, they know you're leaving. Or when you put on your sneakers, they're already waiting by the door for their walk. That kind of attentiveness comes from deep love and connection. Here's another special behavior that melts hearts. They lick you, not just out of habit, but out of affection. Yes, sometimes it's because they like the taste of your skin. Let's be real. But often, Licking is their way of grooming you, just like they would with another member of their pack. It's how they show care and affection. If your dog gives you gentle, calm licks, especially when you're sitting quietly or when they're relaxed, it's their version of giving you kisses. It's their instinctive way of saying, "You're mine. I love you." But here's the cool part. Dogs don't lick everyone like that. They reserve those sweet, affectionate licks for the people they trust the most. Now, let's talk about something you may not even notice: how your dog positions themselves around you. Dogs are super strategic about where they sit, stand, or lie down. If your dog often places themselves between you and the door, they're doing that to protect you. They might not even realize it consciously. It's just instinct. They're saying, "Don't worry, I've got this side covered." On the other hand, if your dog always sits beside you instead of facing you, that's another sign of trust. In the wild, sitting with their back towards someone means they don't feel the need to watch their own back, because they know you'll protect them. It's their way of saying, "I feel completely safe when I'm with you." Let's not forget about the power of touch. Have you ever noticed how your dog just has to touch you somehow? Maybe their paw rests on your foot, or they lean against your leg while you're watching TV. Dogs crave physical contact with their favorite person. It's their comfort zone. That gentle paw on your arm or lap isn't random. It's a little reminder that they're there, that you're connected. It's their way of saying, "Don't forget me, I'm here with you." It's honestly one of the most endearing things dogs do. They don't need words. That small touch says everything. Now here's something really special. Dogs who share silence with you. You know those quiet moments when you're not playing or talking, but your dog just sits near you, completely relaxed? That's deep love right there. Dogs that are anxious or don't feel fully secure usually can't sit still. They're alert, pacing, or restless. But when your dog can sit beside you in total calm, it means they feel completely safe in your presence. You've become their peace, and honestly, that's one of the greatest compliments a dog can ever give. Let's talk about another big one. They celebrate your return like it's the best moment ever. Every single time. Even if you just went outside to get the mail, your dog acts like you've been gone for years. That wagging tail, those happy barks, the zoomies. It's their way of saying, "You're back. My favorite person is back." And the best part? They never fake it. Dogs don't do polite greetings. If they're that excited to see you, it's 100% real emotion. Their heart actually beats faster when they reunite with their favorite person. Scientists have proven that. That kind of joy, it's something only dogs can give. Now, this next one might surprise you. They bring you random gifts. Ever had your dog drop something at your feet that you didn't ask for? Like a sock, a stick, or even something weird they found outside? That's not just playtime. It's a sign of affection. In dog logic, they're offering you something valuable, something they think you might like. It's how they express love and care in their own way. It's basically them saying, "I thought of you and brought you something." So the next time your dog proudly delivers you a half-chewed slipper, just know that's love in its purest, goofiest form. Here's another powerful sign. They get anxious when you're gone. Now, I'm not talking about extreme separation anxiety, but that little bit of sadness or restlessness they show when you leave the house. Maybe they wait by the door or they look out the window for you. That behavior means they miss you, because you're their safe person. They might play, eat, or nap while you're gone, but they're never completely relaxed until you're home again. And when you return, the excitement is off the charts. That's love, loyalty, and attachment all rolled into one furry package. Now, this one's a bit emotional. They comfort you when you're upset. Dogs are incredibly intuitive. They can sense changes in your breathing, your tone of voice, even your scent when you're stressed. And if they see you crying, they often come closer, nudge your hand, or just sit quietly beside you. They don't need to fix anything. They just want to be there, because they know their presence helps. It's pure empathy, and they only show it to the people they truly love. You might have noticed this too. They expose their back or sit with their side toward you. That's a big deal in dog body language. It means, "I trust you completely." When they turn their back, they're showing vulnerability. They're saying, "You've got my back," literally. It's their silent way of saying, "You're family." Here's a behavior a lot of people miss. They copy you. Ever realize your dog sits when you sit, yawns when you yawn, or even stretches when you do? That's not random, it's social synchronization. Dogs mimic the behaviors of the people they feel closest to. It's their way of bonding and staying in sync with you, emotionally and physically. So if your dog's doing yoga right next to you while you're stretching, Well, they're just trying to be like you. Let's talk about something funny but true. They have their own you-only routines. Maybe your dog has a special game they play only with you, like nudging you with their nose, or spinning in circles before bedtime. Or maybe they bring you a toy, but ignore everyone else in the house. That's a huge sign. Dogs build unique habits with their favorite person, almost like inside jokes. It's their little ritual, a language that only you two share. And that's how you know you formed a true bond that's deeper than just owner and pet. Here's something a lot of people underestimate. They make you their safe spot during storms or scary sounds. When thunder strikes or fireworks go off, many dogs get scared. But if your dog runs to you for comfort, that's not just fear, that's trust. Out of everyone, they chose you because you make them feel protected. And when they press close, or even hide behind you, they're saying, "You're my calm in the chaos." That's love in its most vulnerable form. Now, let's talk about something really sweet. They smile at you. Yes, dogs can actually smile. When they lift their lips slightly, soften their eyes, and wag their tails gently, that's a genuine doggy smile. It usually happens when they're relaxed and happy around someone they adore. If your dog greets you with that look, you've officially earned their full-hearted love. And finally, one of the most touching signs of all, they age with you gracefully. As dogs grow older, they become slower, quieter, and more relaxed. But you'll notice that even when they can't run like they used to, they still follow you around, still want to sit beside you, still wag that tail every time they see you. Even in their old age, their love doesn't fade. It just gets softer, calmer, deeper. Because to them, you're not just their owner. You're their world. So, if your dog does any of these things, if they follow you around, lean on you, comfort you when you're sad, or just look at you like you hung the moon, don't ever doubt how much they love you. Dogs don't care about what you look like, how much money you have, or what kind of car you drive. They love you. The person who plays with them, feeds them, and gives them affection. And that kind of love? It's rare, it's pure, it's forever. Before we wrap this up, let's just take a second to appreciate what that means. To your dog, you're not just their favorite person. You're their family, their home, their everything. And that's something truly special. So next time your dog curls up beside you or gives you that sweet, knowing look, remember, that's not just cute behavior. That's their heart speaking in the only language they know. If you love this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more wholesome animal stories, and drop a comment below telling us one adorable thing your dog does for you. Because every dog has their own way of saying "I love you."